Coach, you're on mute.
All right. So, I mean, obviously, we're excited to be here. Our girls are excited, and just to have this opportunity. I know me as a basketball coach, and even just growing up as a fan, I've watched UConn play multiple times, and just to be given the opportunity to play them on a stage like this is exciting for everybody involved, I think. Now, this is a little bit of a different NCAA tournament with just all the protocols and what everybody's having to go through right now. And I mean, everybody's going through the same thing, but our girls only get to leave their rooms to go testing. So it is a little different than NCAA tournaments in the past, but we're still excited for the opportunity and to have made it here. So.
Okay, if anyone has a question for Coach Banbury, they can put their name. Looks like I have a hand from Sean. So Sean, why don't you go ahead and state your name and then the organization you're representing?
Hey, Coach, Sean Berry down here in Fort Myers at NBC2. Probably know us a little bit.
Yeah.
Got two questions for you.
Okay.
First one is with your alma mater after you see you back in the dance again. Obviously, you learned a lot from Coach Carl Smesko. How do you apply what he taught you at FGCU into, your head coaching role now?
I mean, yeah, Coach Smesko, he taught me a ton while I was down there. I can't thank him enough for how much basketball knowledge he shared with me over the years that I was there. And I took a lot of what I learned from him when I transitioned to a head coach. And, he always had the attitude of you prepare for every game the same. It doesn't matter who it is. You're going to watch film and you got to get as prepared as you can. So we're taking that approach here. I know UConn is a great team, but as far as what we're going to do is we're going to watch film, we're going to prepare for them, and we're going to come up with a game plan and hopefully execute that game plan on Sunday. But what's kind of funny and interesting and weird all at the same time is FGCU is actually staying in the same hotel as us, and we have yet to see him and don't get to see him. So kind of crazy being so close to everybody, then at the same time, not being able to have any connection with them at all.
Second one I got for you is he actually told me that when you were on his staff a couple of years ago, he and you game planned in the eventuality that FGCU may ever see a number 1 seed. Do you remember the game plan, and is that the plan this weekend?
He did, and it is definitely a big part of the game plan. No question about it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, you might be on mute. You there, Noah?
Yeah, I'm here.
We can hardly hear you. Can you move closer to your microphone or anything?
Yeah, give me a second here. I'm sorry.
Is that better? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I have a few questions here. So number one, how did it feel for you guys when the final buzzer sounded at the end of the Big South championship game? Like, what emotions were rolling through your mind?
Oh man, so many emotions. At one point, when it was even before the buzzer, like I look in the stands and everybody's excited, and I look up and I see my husband and son. I was very close to tears, just very proud of our team and everything that they accomplished. And then when the buzzer sounded and I got to see the girls run onto the floor and all the excitement that they had, and seeing their hard work pay off and just actually enjoying the moment with each other. I think as a head coach, that's the coolest part, is seeing your team have success and the hard work paying off and just the pure joy faces. So it was excitement. There was a little bit of relief in there, but for the most part, it was a lot of fun and definitely something I'll remember.
Okay. So it's really been a team effort all season long to get to this point. Can you tell me a little about how it feels to know that everyone involved has really gotten the High Point Panthers to this point in the season?
Yeah, no, it definitely has been a team effort. We've had a couple of players in Skyler Curran and Jensen Edwards. I mean, I think they're kind of the ones that have been getting a lot of recognition, but you look back at a lot of our games and literally on any night, any player could show up and have 15 to 20 points. And that's really what I think got us here is the fact that we have multiple players that were able to score and have big games. So it was harder for teams to just focus on one or two.
All right. Okay. And then here is, what are you looking forward to most playing against one of the top programs in the country? And what is your mindset heading into that game?
I mean, like I kind of touched on in the opening statements, I think everybody has grown up or watched UConn over the years and just the history of that program. And it's kind of a cool experience. We get to share a court with them and play our style and we get to see what happens. So I think that's a pretty neat opportunity for me as a coach and the players.
Okay, thank you.
Bob, we'll get to you in a second. But first, I had a question from Greer Smith. So go ahead, Greer.
There we go. Greer Smith with the High Point Enterprise. Hey, Coach.
Hey, Greer, how are you?
Pretty good. We talked the other night. Have you figured out this week what are you doing today, and what does it look like going forward?
Well, today we are all still sitting in our rooms. I've been watching a lot of film. The girls have gotten to leave to go to testing and stuff. And as long as we all have negative tests and everything, tomorrow we get to start practice and game planning for the game on Sunday. So we've all just kind of been hanging out. Hopefully the girls have been doing their homework while they're here, but it's kind of what the last 2 days have looked like.
Yeah, and have you gotten very far on how you game plan and pull off a UMBC on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, we've watched a lot of film. We're gonna take it day by day. We're gonna. I watched a lot of games. I've watched clips from the assistants, and we're gonna come up with a practice plan tomorrow to hopefully get us one step closer to being ready for the game on Sunday.
And what do you do to keep your team from getting overawed, I guess, by the whole thing?
Like
Prime time Sunday night,
sort of
ESPN, UConn, Alamo Dome.
I mean, I guess you could reiterate that at the end of the day, it is still a basketball game, and we've played 28 of them so far, 27 of them so far this year. And yes, UConn has great players, don't get me wrong, but it is still basketball, and they've been playing basketball all year. A lot of them have been playing it the majority of their life. So it's kind of cool. We get to play against some of the best players in the country. So let's go out, let's have fun and game.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Our next question was from Bob Joyce with the UConn Sports Network in the chat. How do Jensen and Skyler complement one another on the floor?
Yeah, Sky and Jensen, they play really well together. They've been with each other the last couple of years, but they share the ball well with each other. They both really understand our screening actions and what we want to get out of it. And they also share the ball with each other. If one of them doesn't have the shot, I do think a little bit they're looking for the other one. So offensively, they definitely complement each other in that way. Do you want me to read the other question, Joe, or you got it?
Yeah. So when you watch the Huskies, are you more impressed with their offense or their defense?
Yes. No, man, yeah, I've watched a lot, and I'm definitely impressed with their offense. They have 5 players on the court that can score, but I'm gonna say I'm more impressed defensively. They dig in, they guard, and they make you work for every pass, every dribble almost. And they have, again, 5 players committed to defending, and then they also help each other. So I think they're very good at both ends of the floor, but I think overall what I have been impressed with is their defense, because they put it all out there.
Any other questions for Coach Banbury?
Yeah, I'll actually take one more if you don't mind, Joe. Who's the glue on your team, Chelsea? Who's the glue that keeps it all together?
The glue of our team, I do. It's Jensen Edwards. She was the tournament MVP, so I was happy to see her get that recognition. She's a worker. She gets out there. She works on the defensive end. She works on the offensive end. She knows our offense, what we want to do, just about or better than anyone. She'll keep moving, and she plays how we want to play, and she's going to do it no matter what the score is. She's going to play hard and give it her all, and she definitely, I think, keeps us together as a group.
And was Mel Thomas on the staff at Florida Gulf Coast with you?
She was. Mel and I shared an office, actually. I was texting with her the other night.
Good. Good luck.
Thank you.
Anyone else for Coach Banbury? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to Skyler Curran. Thank you, Coach. Sky, if you could turn your camera on. All right, so Sky, I'll start off with just a general question for you. You know, what's it like being in the NCAA tournament, making that for the first time, being a part of the first HPU team to make it here?
It's really exciting. We came into this year wanting to win a championship, and we did that in the regular season. And then we knew that our goal for the tournament, like, not only was it to win that championship, but it was to get to come here and do this and do something that's never done before. So I mean, it's really exciting. My freshman year, we lost in the first round of our tournament, and then last year we didn't get a chance to play. So to finally be able to get it done and be able to come experience this with our staff and with the rest of our team is really exciting.
All right, similar to Coach Banbury, if someone has a question for Skyler, just put your name in the chat or raise your hand, and I will call on you to ask your question. All right, Brian, you can go ahead.
Hey, Skyler, this is Brian with WFMI in Greensboro. Just a question for you. You and Callie, played in high school and now play in for High Point. How special is it for you both, together to make this NCAA tournament?
It's really special. We won a lot together in high school, and then the year I graduated, she actually went on and they won the state championship. So to be able to just keep winning with her, I think it's really exciting. Like I've said, we won a lot together in high school, and it's something that we both like to do. And every time we step onto the floor, we know it's something that each other is going to do everything they can to do. So just to be able to keep doing it with her and have a couple more years to do it with her too is really exciting. Sorry.
No worries. Thank you. Congrats again.
Thank you.
All right, Greer, you can go ahead.
Skyler. Greer Smith from the Enterprise. What have you been doing today since you're in isolation, other than getting tested?
Nothing. I did some school stuff earlier, but other than that, I've just kind of been hanging out. I've been texting Coach, talking to our team in our group chats. Not much to do when you're in a room by yourself.
No Netflix or anything?
Just regular TV.
Yeah. Have you watched any video of UConn yet?
Not yet. I know we are tomorrow, I believe. And I mean, I've watched them play a couple of times this year. So, but no, not any clips that coach has for us yet.
You have any, you say you've watched them a couple of times. You remember anything about them that impresses you? Hey, they're, this is really good or that's really good.
I mean, I think it's just they're very good in general. They're one of the only teams that I've kind of watched in the past couple of years besides us. I don't really keep up as much as I should. But I mean, they're really good. And I mean, coach kind of said it earlier. They're UConn. Like, it's just, they're always good and they're always here. And so we're just excited to get a chance to see them on the floor.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing I asked Coach. What do you do to prevent being overpowered by the whole ESPN primetime Sunday night first round of the tournament, Alamo Dome kind of thing?
I mean, I think it's a cool opportunity. I think it's different playing in the game. We don't really, I mean, in the heat of the moment, you don't really realize that you're on ESPN and all that. I'm sure we'll have our moments of when we walk out onto the floor and see them and stuff. But when the jump ball goes up, it's just another basketball game that we're trying to win, and we want to give them our best shot.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Greer. Bob?
Hey, Skyler, I'm Bob Joyce from the UConn Sports Network. I do play-by-play for the women's team here at UConn. How did Coach Banbury change things when she stepped on campus as your head coach after your freshman year?
Oh, wow. I think she changed a lot. And it was all positive, of course. The offense that we started running is completely different from what we did my freshman year. And I think the people she surrounded herself with and her staff also made her stick out from what we had our freshman year. Everyone, including her on that staff, is here for you on and off the court. Don't have to be worried about like little things and stuff like that. If you need to go talk to someone, they're there for you, which I think has been a big difference for everybody, not just me, is that you don't have to be like timid around them. Like, you can just be yourself and be comfortable, and you can joke with them during practice and things like that. So I think it's a little bit more just like lighthearted in a sense. Like, yes, we get done what we need to get done, and we're gonna have our moments where she gets on to us when we need to and deserve it. But other than that, everyone loves being at practice. We love being around each other, and I think that makes everything a lot more enjoyable.
How does Jensen complement your game?
I think Coach mentioned it and touched on it well, is that we just look for each other. We've played together for 2 years. Our freshman year, she was out of redshirt, but we're also very close off the court. And so I think that helps us on the court. We can read each other well, and we kind of know what each other's next move is going to be. But I think we just look for each other. If she's on the floor with me and I don't have a shot or I can't get something, she is one of the main person. She's the first person that I'm going to look for. And I think it's vice versa with her and me as well. So, but I think we just click. We kind of, what I said is each other's next move is going to be, and that makes it fun to play with her.
Skyler, you're going to be playing the Huskies, and I know you're going to be playing the young ladies who wear the jerseys, but can you give me a sense of, you're playing them for the first time. You're going to be seeing kids wearing the UConn jersey. You have to get over that hurdle to say, hey, they're kids just like I am, and just go out and play your best and do what you can.
I mean, yeah, I think so for sure. It's funny that you said that. My dad actually texted me the other day and said they lace their shoes up just like you do. And so, but I mean, yeah, at the same time, they are UConn, and we are going to see them in their jerseys and all that stuff. But like I said, it's just another game. I think it's probably going to be a little bit more, we'll probably have more butterflies and stuff like that before. But I think once we get a first couple of plays under our belt, we'll kind of settle into it and try to get something special done.
And how old were you when you first started watching the Huskies?
I've probably been watching them since like high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched, my dad loves sports, so I watched a lot of like professional sports growing up.
Okay. Well, good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. Noah, you're up.
All right. Hey, Skyler. So I'm going to ask the same question as I asked Coach. So when the final buzzer sounded at the end of the championship game, what emotions were running through your mind? And when did it fully hit you that you guys won the Big South tournament?
When the final buzzer went off, we were just excited. I was over on the bench with the coaches, and I wrapped around our Dobo Jess, and we just kind of were like, oh my gosh, like we did it. And then I just ran out into the court and found Jensen, Callie, and all them. But I think we were just excited. We knew that it was something we wanted to do, and we knew it was going to be a tough game with Campbell too. They always come ready to play and fight. But I think that I almost want to say a relief. Like it was kind of, and we got it done, and we knew we could. And I think it took I don't know if it really settled in until after the selection show, and we had to get on a plane the next day and come to Texas to play UConn. So it was fun. We got to enjoy it for a little bit, and we're excited.
Nice. And then my last question is, what's one word or phrase that you would describe your season up to this point?
We over me. It's kind of been our motto all season, that we play for each other, and we're going to take good shots instead of shots for us and things like that. But I think that's what's got us here, and that's what's made us as good as we were this season.
Awesome. Good luck on Friday, Skyler.
Thank you.
Sunday.
Any other questions for Skyler?